I really enjoyed Lost Horizon. This is the second episode of the 20th season of The Simpsons, and it starts off with Skinner getting some gas, and it was relatively interesting. Bart and Lisa are having a tea party, and then Bart laments the fact that he doesn't have a cell phone. And he ends up getting a cell phone, and it's Denis Leary's cell phone. And I feel like they didn't lean into that as much as they could have done. I thought the Denis Leary aspect was actually going to be the full narrative. But it wasn't. What we got was still good, but I think they could have also done a lot more with that as well, and it could have been quite interesting. But Bart learns that Marge is tracking him using the phone. And he decides to do something to kind of get his own back. And I'll talk more about that with a spoiler warning in a moment. But we have some interesting lessons here about the importance of children having freedom. Because if you wall them in, how can they grow and learn? But we also have a lesson there about the importance of parents and how actually you do need your parents around. And without them, it might be quite scary. But more on that in a moment. I have to say, the scene at the construction site, brilliantly written, perfect comedic timing with what happened to Millhouse, and the sound effect was just gorgeous. It was a brief scene, but I really loved it. Lisa also played an interesting role in this. Lisa did several things that, on the one hand, are atypical of Lisa, but at the same time, I also expected them of her. So I'll talk about those in a moment as well, because they are potential spoiler warnings. But I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was really good fun. The pacing was great. I love the design of Bart's, well, the cell phone that Bart gets hold of. I'm trying to work out what it is. It looks like a mobile phone that I wanted, not one that I had, but I can't work out which model it is. If anybody knows which model I'm talking about or which one it looks like, please let me know, because it's really driving me crazy. Yeah, so I guess spoilers from now. I'll discuss a few things in more detail with regards to what happened with Bart and also what I meant about Lisa. So, what I meant about Lisa, it's kind of typical, but not. On the one hand, I was a little bit surprised that she told Bart about the tracking device because she could have had some fun with that. But at the same time, Lisa always tries to do the right thing, and I think having a secret tracking device is never a good idea. I mean, the whole episode is about should parents put secret tracking devices on their children's phones. Yes, it's a safety measure, but also you're breaching their trust and it's creepy. And also, your children might end up doing, certainly older children, might end up doing things you don't really want to know about. So, on the one hand, yeah, I was surprised Lisa did that, but also not surprised. And also, the same with Machu Picchu. I was surprised that she let her parents take her on this 2 week trip. But again, when Lisa wants something, she always goes for it. So again, maybe not that surprising. I realise they're contradictory thoughts, but I just felt Lisa was really interesting in this episode. And of course, what Bart did was put the chip onto a bird's leg, and the bird flew off, and Marge didn't for 1 second think that it couldn't possibly be Bart. And yeah, I thought it was really good fun. You need to suspend disbelief a little bit, but I really liked it. I liked what happened with Maggie at the end. Definitely a really enjoyable episode. Great pacing, well animated, quite funny. Definitely one that I'd be very happy to watch again.